Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest bathed in the gentle hush of evening, there lived a little bird. This bird had recently lost its dear sibling to a fierce storm that swept through the trees, leaving its heart heavy with grief. Each night it clung to the safety of its nest, a woven cradle high in the branches, unable to imagine a world beyond its sorrow. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky loomed and bloomed into a warm orange glow, the little bird watched the other birds take flight, their wings cutting through the twilight air, but it stayed behind, tethered by the weight of its loss. One Tuesday evening, as the orange twilight painted the forest in hues of amber and gold, the bird's mother settled beside it. Her feathers shimmered softly in the fading light, and her voice was as tender as the breeze. "My child," she said, "I see the sadness in your eyes, and it's all right to feel that ache, but you cannot let it anchor you here forever. Your sibling loved the sky, the wind, the dance of life. They would want you to fly again and find joy beyond these branches." The little bird's eyes glistened with tears. "But I'm afraid, mother," it whispered, "afraid of losing more, afraid of the dark that waits beyond this nest." The mother bird drew her child close beneath her wing. "Life is a mystery, my dear, full of shadows and unknowns. But it is also woven with wonders, stars that pierce the night, winds that lift you higher than you can imagine. By staying here, you hold your sorrow close, but you also hold back the healing that waits. Let go of the fear and let your heart breathe free." The little bird lifted its gaze to the orange sky, where the last rays of daylight melted into deep purple. It thought of its sibling, their laughter as they darted among the leaves, their shared dreams of soaring beyond the treetops. Staying in the nest hadn't brought them back. It had only kept the bird small, its wings untested. In that moment, a quiet strength stirred within. With a deep breath, the little bird spread its wings and stepped to the edge of the nest. The air felt cool against its feathers, and it leaped into the twilight. For a heartbeat, it fell. Then its wings caught the wind, and it rose, soaring into the vast open sky. The rush of flight was both a pang and a promise, grief for what was lost, mingled with a fragile hope for what could be. Higher it flew, until the forest stretched below, like a patchwork of shadows and light. The stars began to peek through the deepening dusk, each one a tiny beacon, whispering that even in darkness there is guidance. The bird understood then. Its sibling was gone, but their memory lived in every beat of its wings, every gust that carried it forward. Letting go didn't mean erasing the past. It meant honoring it by choosing to live. A wave of peace settled over the little bird as it glided through the twilight. The orange glow had faded, but its warmth lingered in the bird's heart, a reminder that transitions are not endings, but doorways. When it returned to the nest that night, it felt lighter. Not because the sorrow had vanished, but because it had made room for something new: courage, acceptance, and the promise of tomorrow. And so, as you lay down to sleep tonight, picture yourself as that little bird, perched at the edge of your own nest. Feel the orange twilight wrapping around you, soft and warm, inviting you to release the day's sorrows. Let them drift away on the evening breeze, trusting that your wings, your resilience, your spirit are strong enough to carry you. The stars are rising. lighting your way to a restful slumber. And with each breath, you embrace the peace that comes from letting go. Tomorrow is a new day, shimmering with possibilities.